Hello and welcome to Steve's Media episode 3. I'm back with another collection update. Mostly horror for this update, but I did get one non-horror title. I'll start with that. This came from eBay and it's a wrestling title. Been a huge wrestling fan for most of my life. And the title I picked up is Tag Classics Brawl in the Family and Wrestling's Grudge Matches. This is one of the last Tag Classic releases done by the old WWE UK distributor Silvervision. As you can see from two two different time periods in WWE. First one, Brawl in the Family, is mostly focused around 94, 95. As you can see on the cover, we've got Bret Hart, Razor Ramon, Diesel and Jeff Jarrett on the cover. And among the matches featured on it are there's two WWE title matches, one with Diesel as the champion defending against Jarrett, and the other with Bret Hart as champion defending against the 1-2-3 Kid. All the matches on this release are exclusive to this video when it was released, so none of them were TV matches. They were most likely dark matches at TV tapings. And the other title you can see there is Wrestling's Grudge Matches, which looks to be more 92, 93. You can see on the cover one of the matches featured on it, which was the Macho Man Randy Savage against Papa Shango. Both Shango appears twice on this. He also has a match later in the video against former Rocker Marty Jannetty. This also has an exclusive WWE title match from when Ric Flair was champion, defending against The Undertaker. It also has an exclusive Intercontinental title match in which Shawn Michaels defends the title against Bob Backlund. This was fairly cheap on eBay. I'm not seeing any of the matches on either set, so I'm looking forward to getting stuck in and checking this one out. Now on to the Horror Hall. The first two titles I picked up from HMV. I should point out yesterday, all these titles were bought yesterday while I was out shopping in Manchester, which was a nice little change for me to go out of the city. I live Liverpool for a bit. The first two titles I actually bought on a second trip to HMV. I'd gone in there initially, had a look around, didn't see anything particular. I went back later in the day just to have another look around and found two titles. The first one, keeping slightly with the wrestling theme, is one I wasn't expecting to see out. I was curious when I seen the trailers for it online, more specifically on the WWE's YouTube channel, and that is Leprechaun Origins. It's a kind of reboot prequel to the Warwick Davis films, but starring WWE's midget wrestler Hornswoggle, or as he's called by his real name for the purpose of this, Dylan Postel, as the titular character. It looks a little bit darker to the Warwick Davis films, not as much humour, but it's only recently come out in the States. I wasn't expecting this to be out in over here in the UK for quite a while yet, but I found this on an end cap as I was walking around the store. It was only $7.99, so I thought pick it up. I am going to start getting into my now traditional horror month of films starting next week. I haven't had much chance to watch any horror this week, but this will be one of the titles I'll watch. And the second title I picked up adds to my Arrow video collection. I've got a few Arrow video releases because they are pretty good. They're comparable to the Masters of Cinema or the Shout Factory or the horror division, Shout Factory, Scream Factory, or the Criterion collections, in which they're re-release films packed with extras. And this one I've picked up. I've seen reviews of it, I've seen clips of it, and it looks a really good slasher film. It's from the 80s, and that is Slaughter High. Of course, with it being an Arrow release, there are quite a few extras, including the uncut bit. It's uncut, which is good. I'd had this title as part of a 4-film set on my eBay watch list. Well, I seen this in HMV yesterday. It was $8.99. Thought rather than get 3 other films with this that I probably won't watch, just get it on its own. It's an Arrow release. Love the artwork of this, but of course, if I open it up, it has the reversible artwork, and it looks like its original title of Jolly Killer. The artwork on that with the Jester's mask, as opposed to the front one with the killer wearing the Jester's mask as Letterman jacket. So looking forward to checking this one out. This will be going on my watch list for the rest of this month. And of course, as with all Arrow releases, it comes with a booklet with some nice photos from the film, even that same Jolly Killer poster art but with the Slaughter High title. And there's also a flyer here with some of Arrow's other releases, and on the flip side, the Tom Hanks film The Burbs. So that's them 2 releases. I'll just straighten that up later. The next 2 titles I picked up, I got these from an independent shop called FOP. It's kind of under the HMV banner, but it was independent for a long time. These 2 titles, or the first one anyway, I don't see much when I'm looking for horror films. I was something I'm curious in. I have the original version of this, or one of the original versions, the Universal version from the 1930s on my Universal Monsters Blu-ray. But this stars one of my favourite horror actors, and that is the 1989 version of Phantom of the Opera, starring Freddy Krueger himself, Robert Englund. Now, if you look at the picture, the top picture there, just about to see it, his makeup work for this kind of looks like in early stages of Freddy. As I said, I have the 1930s Universal version of Phantom of the Opera on my Universal Monsters Blu-ray set. I want to try and track down the 1920s version, which looks that was more of a silent film. That looks really creepy. I'm looking forward to checking out if I ever catch this. But this one doesn't immediately seem to have any extras on, but I'm sure there might be a trailer or something on it, but I'm looking forward to checking that one out. And the second title only recently added to my eBay list, but by the way, that was only £3, which was a pretty decent deal. This one, classic double feature set. It's two versions of the same film, and that is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I bought this not so much for the 1941 version starring Spencer Tracy, but more for this one, the 1932 version starring Frederick March. Mostly because I've seen reviews, particularly by the Angry Video Game Nerd, James Rolfe, on as part of Cinemassacre's Monster Madness month. I think it was one of the original reviews he done for that series, and mostly because the clips I've seen of it, I've really enjoyed the transformation from Dr. Jekyll to the Mr. Hyde character. Just the way it was done so quickly. So this version's definitely on my watch list. This was only £5, which I thought was a good deal for two films in the one set. Now, the last two titles, these two have been on my hit list for a long time. The first one I actually do own, but I own a 2-disc version. I had some credit from trading some stuff with CX last week. I held off spending it until I went to Manchester yesterday, because I know there's a big CX in the Arndale Centre, and I was looking around, wanted to get some WWE stuff, but too overpriced. I mean, they had the Attitude Era, the first Attitude Era Blu-ray for 25 quid second hand, which is a little bit pricey, considering you can get it for £2-3 cheaper brand new. But I was looking around, just browsing the DVD section, come across the letter H, looking through, and I seen there were a few Halloween DVDs, big hint there, and I seen this, I thought, surely that can't be what I think it is. And sure enough, it was. This is something that is hard to find and is very pricey, and that is the 4-disc version of Halloween 25 Years of Terror. I do own the 2-disc version with the orange packaging, but for this version you get a ton, I mean a ton of extras, over 7 hours of extras on this 4-disc set, and you can't really make it out on camera, but the artwork, of course, Michael Myers front and centre, just getting shot. Uh, the glare you can just about, with the glare you can just about see, but in the background is all the poster art for all the other, for all the Halloween films. I mean, just for example, there's Halloween 4 right there, and I think there's a Jamie Lee Curtis one somewhere. But as I said, 4 discs. Of course, the main feature of it is the documentary 25 Years of Terror. It's a good little documentary that actually takes up disc 3 of this release. Disc 1 has the actual film itself, which is now my third copy on DVD of Halloween, and Halloween is one of my favourite horror films. But I will be getting rid of the 2-disc version as an hour disc set. But broken down on the discs, this one has the film in its widescreen format and a featurette called Halloween Unmasked 2000. Disc 2 has Halloween A Cut Above the Rest. I think that's either a special program or featurette. A look at the location 25 years on, the trailer, TV spots, radio spots, poster galleries and bios. Disc 3 has the documentary plus a US show called Horror's Hallowed Grounds, which takes a look at all the locations featured in the Halloween franchise. Extended interviews about Halloween's 2 and 3, extended celebrity interviews, on-set footage of Halloween 5, convention montage, and a look at the fans of Halloween and their collections. And then disc 4, you get a bunch of panels and galleries. So yeah, 4 discs. This was only £6 with the credit. Well, with the credit, it's technically not using money, so I technically traded for this, and I think I got a good deal out of it. And the last title I picked up, another one that I don't see often in the shops, that I've been trying to track down for a long time. I really want the Blu-ray set, but I found this, haven't had another round. I actually was going to pick another 3 DVD titles to go with that Halloween set, which were, if I can remember rightly, King Kong vs Godzilla, Police Academy 20th Anniversary Edition, and the Linda Lovelace biofilm starring Amanda Seyfried, which would have cost me in all about £7 of the credit. I had about £13.70 credit. 6 of that went on Halloween set, so I had £7.70. Would have had to put a couple of pence to it. But then I had another route round the DVD section, and I spotted this, and immediately I dropped the other three titles I was going to get and picked this up, and that is the 2-disc version of Reanimator. A film I've never ever seen, but there's something I've seen reviews of, seen clips of. Looks my sort of film. I like anything a little bit gore, a little bit weird, but you just cannot get a regular version of this in shops anyway, and found it in all places of a second-hand shop. £7. Well, it was £8 when I picked it up, but when the till girl scanned it in, it actually come up with 7, so even better deal. And this one, packed full of packed full of extras. The first disc is just the film itself with a couple of audio commentaries, but the second film has a 70-minute documentary called Reanimator Resurrectus, as well as interviews with the directors, writer, composer, the editor of Fangoria magazine, deleted scene, extended scenes, trailer, TV spots, photo galleries, biography of director Stu Gordon, and a couple of DVD-ROM features, the screenplay and I'm guessing it's the book by H.P. Lovecraft called Herbert West Reanimator. But yeah, another film never seen, wanted to get for a long time, finally own it, and if I do ever get around to getting the Blu-ray, which I hope to get soon, I will still keep this. Bit like one of my previous updates when I got the Toxic Avenger Blu-ray, I will be keeping my DVD copy of that film, as I will with this one, because if it's something that I can't always track down, I will tend to keep hold of both versions. The same with Halloween. I've got the I've got now got the version on this 4-disc set. I've also got the 25th anniversary edition 2-disc version of the film itself, which I will be keeping. But eventually I will want to get the 35th anniversary Blu-ray, which I've been trying to track down for a while, so we'll be keeping that as well. But as I said, keeping this DVD version once I get the Blu-ray. I've seen the steelbook for this. The steelbook looks fantastic. It's more of a close-up of the title character on like a purple glossy background, so I might pick that up as opposed to proper Amaray Blu-ray. So yeah, that is it for my update. It's one of my longest videos so far. It's on for nearly 25 minutes now. So that is it. A lot of new horror films to add to my collection, to add to my Halloween watch list. And of course, can't beat a bit of old school wrestling. So that is it. If you've seen any of the horror films I've shown, of course everyone has seen Halloween, but if you've seen any of the others, let me know what you think of them. And that's it. I'll be back soon with another update. Take care.